Hello, welcome back, everybody. So, I was thinking about, I had put a nut on the back of her head. The reason why I have it cut like that because I wanted to have a geometric shape so that her hair can lock onto place like a registration key. I might use that nut. I don't know. I'm just reshaping the eyes. I don't know if it picks up that well. The video, I'm using my iPod Touch as a camera. Originally, I had a bit of trouble trying to figure out how to use my iPod as a camera. I built a PVC camera mount that I found a tutorial on how to make a camera mount on YouTube. It works out pretty well. I guess it's not the best camera in the world. I have to have a whole bunch of lighting for it to come in as clear as it can get, and it doesn't have a lot of space. The first time I tried to record with my iPod, I ran out of storage after 20 minutes, and that wasn't acceptable. So I made some changes. I made some changes to the settings. Instead of 1080, I'm recording at 720 resolution. And I try to free up some space. I cleared the cache or whatever from Safari, and that freed up some space. I was able to get at least, I try to keep it at 4.5 gig available gigabytes, and with those settings and the amount of storage space, it gives me an hour to film, which is pretty good. Well, you can see my head in the shot. I have to get in close to see the detail. I'm using I was grabbing a whole bunch of different tools. I bought a set of ball stylus tools from eBay. I decided I wanted to get some of those ball stylus tools because Julian Core uses that. Uses those stylus tools. And if you've ever seen Julian's videos, they're amazing. Amazing stuff. Trying to add some thickness to the eyeballs, some roundness, I mean. I put a little piece of paper underneath my glass surface. It's just a post-it note, a blank post-it note with the adhesive part torn off. I slid it underneath, and then I looked through the iPod to see where I use it as a marker, because last time I was taking video, I was holding the sculpture way out of at the edge, and it helps me know where to position the sculpture in the right spot, right in the center. That's working out pretty well. Yeah, this part, I mean, I did a lot of stuff in this sculpting session. I wasn't sure if it was going to work out. I mean, I've actually never completed anything using CX5. I've always gotten to a certain point, and then I'm like, okay, now what do I do? There's like so many things. Like, I have to figure out how to make the surface I want to be able to control the surface, like as much work as I done with the face, with all that detail in the way. It was really hard for me to make it buttery smooth. I might have to get it to a certain point and then use lighter fluid to smooth out some of the tool marks left behind. I don't really like the idea of using chemicals, so I'm gonna have to get a pair of gloves. I don't want lighter fluid on my skin. Oh, in my videos, I've been using X-Acto blades now, and I've been thinking about people. I mean, X-Acto blades are very sharp, of course, and the way that I use them to kind of whittle pieces of CX5, and you have to be very careful when using X-Acto blades like that, because I apply a lot of pressure, and it could the blade could slip and then you can cut yourself, which I have already. I cut off a chunk of my skin on one of my fingers, and it was blood was everywhere, so it wasn't fun. I got some water and trying to do some wet sanding. It helped out a little bit. I think I'm gonna use. Yeah, I got some wet, dry sandpaper. I don't remember what the grit is from that one. Maybe it's 120. I know for sure that it's more coarse than the sanding sponge. It's definitely more abrasive. So I dipped the head into some cool water to firm up the wax, the CX5 a little bit. It's probably best to get one of those compressed air cans and hold it upside down and spray it, and do it with that. I never done that before. I'm curious to try it out, see how it works. But ideally, I would rather not have to go through all that just to sculpt and carve. I mean, I like how soft it is, but I mean, I need to find the perfect middle ground between hard and soft. I mean, the benefits of having hard wax is to I mean, you'll be able to get smoother surfaces with sanding. If it's too soft, the material will just gum up your files and create boogers and on the surface, and there's good and bad. There's no I can't have the best of both worlds, I guess. But try to do the best I can, I guess. I have to mix. Once I find the right mix of both, I'll maybe finally have something that I can use. Well, so this is, I mean, the whole sculpture is a big experiment. I spent a great deal of time trying to figure out, okay, what am I gonna use? What tool am I gonna use? So I kind of it went by pretty slow because I didn't really have a plan. And so I was like, I spent a lot of time looking around, like figuring out, okay, what tool am I going to use? How am I going to use it? Especially this part when I wanted to use these plastic square tubing to attach the head to the torso. I might do the same thing with the arms, but so far it turned out pretty well. I mean, I wasn't I was pretty satisfied with the results so far. We'll see what happens on the next video when I start up again. But yeah, I was gonna say, now there's I wanted to do some, like, I got this that handle that fits those kind of bits. I forgot what it was called. A double impact something. I can't remember what it was called exactly, but it's basically a giant vice pin. You seen those little tiny vice pins that are used for pewter miniatures. You can create holes in them and then insert pins and then be able to work with miniatures that way. But I use that same idea for this, and I wanted to get the square tubing in there. Anyway, yeah, I was talking about using X-Acto blades for whittling the wax. The way I do it is I hold the sculpture with my left hand, and then I hold the X-Acto handle with my right, and then I place the X-Acto blade on where I'm gonna cut. And you always want to cut away from yourself, cut away from your hands, and it's important that you don't use your forearm to move the X-Acto blade. Do not use your forearm. You're just holding the handle. The hand that I'm using to hold the sculpture, I place my thumb at the back, the dull side of the blade, or at the handle, close to where the blade is, the dull side, and I just push. I use my thumb and I push it. I just use the strength of my thumb. That way, I mean, if you use your forearm as to push the blade, to push the handle, it's a sure way of cutting yourself. If you use the strength of your thumb, you're less likely gonna cut yourself, because it's not a strong, you have more control of the blade, and at the same time you're not using what do you call it, like force, uncontrollable force. So there might be times where you see me holding the blade in a stupid way where it, like, I'm cutting towards me or whatever. Don't cut towards you. You know, whatever you do, use common sense. Well, I finally got the head onto the torso. When I got it on there, I realized that the neck was way too long. So I'm just cutting it off and just resizing it. I was going to use brass tubing, but I didn't feel like going outside. I would have to go outside and get my Dremel tool and cut it using the plastic tubing or square tubing. It's a lot more convenient, but the tolerances are not as good as the brass square tubing. So it's kind of loose. You can twist it. It has a slight twist, a slight give when you twist it, but it seems to be working fine with this model. Well, looks like it's coming close to the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you guys next time. Thank you.